it's going to ask you to accept it, and then you should see a notification that we are recording. Okay, awesome. So just to introduce you myself, my name is Amira, and I'm the grad assistant with the Center for Leadership, and I use pronouns she, her, hers. And this is an introduction to the Center for Leadership at Cal Poly, a little bit more about us. Okay, so again, like I mentioned, in the Center for Leadership, really all of our programming, we love it to be interactive. So no need to verbally participate if you don't want to, but please feel free to tell us in the chat who is a leader that you look up to. This can be anyone in your life that you know. This can be someone that maybe you don't know, but that you're just inspired by. But I'm going to go ahead and read them out loud. So go ahead and take a second and think about who is a leader that you look up to. I know for me, a leader that I look up to is my mom. Yep, my parents, that's pretty common for sure. I think someone else I look up to is Michelle Obama. Just her ability to captivate an audience for people to listen when she speaks is incredible. And she's a phenomenal speaker. And such a hard worker. And so Michelle Obama is somebody that I also look up to. Who else? Who else are folks, or who else do folks see as a leader that you look up to? My brother. Yeah. So it seems like our family members, right, are folks that we tend to look up to. And that could be partially that we see them so often, or just for the fact that they've had some influence over us, right? Awesome. Thank you so much for participating and sharing. We're going to go ahead and move forward, okay? I'm going to keep the chat up so that if you wanted to continue to participate, please feel free to do so. Okay. So how we work in the center is obviously what we believe at Cal Poly is that there's not one way to define leadership. And so your leadership style and values are fluid and they're constantly evolving. It's this ebb and flow between our values, right, and our leadership style. And so what we believe in the Center for Leadership is that everyone is a leader, and we're here to help you see that, okay? So we're going to go into our video that you'll be able to hear from our peer leaders who are employees in our office as to their experience with the center, and also just get to see our hands-on activities as well. So I'm going to go ahead and share my computer sound so that y'all can hear. Okay. Let me know if it's too loud, okay? If it wants to, there it goes.
The Center for Leadership
No, okay.
is a center located in the University of Union.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to play it again. If it doesn't work, I'm just gonna go to our website. It always plays better on our website. So let's try one more time.
We focus on leadership development for both individuals and campus clubs, and we do that through workshops and what we've started in the last few years to develop called the Emerging Leader Series and the Developing Leader Series.
The Emerging Leader Series is sort of our very first step for students looking to get involved with leadership and with the center.
It's a small cohort of students ranging from 4 to maybe 12.
And they talk about really, really cool stuff from basic leadership skills to things like privilege, multicultural awareness.
We delve into having different dialogues, exploring our strengths, identities, and how all of that could relate to us as leaders.
Anyone can come into our center with extensive ASB leadership experience, or, hey, I've never interacted with leadership in my life, but I would like to learn more.
My involvement at the Center for Leadership, I always viewed as a foundational stepping stone. I'm involved in ASI. Some people are involved with fraternities, sororities, different organizations on campus. You take what you learn here and you kind of apply it with the different things you're involved in.
We've worked a lot with clubs and organizations who are struggling with their leadership infrastructure. A lot of the time, a founding group of officers will graduate or something, and there's this vacuum, they don't know what to do. So we come out and kind of see how they work together as a team and ways to leverage their strengths and help them perform as effectively as we know they can.
I think the Center for Leadership is something that everyone is excited about because it's really about you and your own personal growth.
There's always a space that needs someone to take charge or see a problem and actually want to fix it.
I think leadership is incredibly important in every aspect of what you do, because what it comes down to is leadership is how you tackle problems around you. So the best reason to pursue leadership is because you're investing in yourself and you're investing in your own effectiveness down the line.
That's a little bit more about the center. This is where you can find us. We're located in the University Union in room 217, and you can find us on Cal Poly's website at leadership.calpoly.edu, and you will see that video on there as well, this video that we just watched. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue. Okay, oh, so sorry. 1 second. There it goes. Okay. So what is the Center for Leadership, right? What we do is we support and foster personal growth through leadership development in our various practices and programs. And of course, we try our best to make sure that they're innovative, of course, inclusive and educational. We've been on Cal Poly's campus for 6 years. We hold special events like our Student Leadership Institute, which is going to be completely virtual. It's an opportunity for students to hear from student leaders as well as faculty and staff on campus through breakout sessions, as well as we will have a keynote speaker. And so it's a completely free leadership conference where you can build more on your leadership skills. We hold workshops. These can happen in clubs and organizations, as well as even within the classrooms with faculty members. And then we also hold our certificate programs, which we'll go into more deeply. So what do we have for students? Our leadership certificates, there are 3 different ones. They vary in length from 4 to 8 weeks long, and we meet once a week, if that gives folks any other context. They're free, and they will all be offered virtually this year, and they're varied times throughout the week. So it's really based off of your schedule, as well as our peer leaders, the facilitation team, and specifically, and their schedule. And these are all focused on different levels of leadership, as well as levels of your experience and interests. So first, to dive into the Emerging Leader Series a little bit more, the Emerging Leader Series we really consider to be the foundation of your leadership journey here at Cal Poly. We go over values, identity, teamwork, communication, and a lot of community building. And so we strongly encourage our first-year students to participate in the Emerging Leader Series as new students to Cal Poly. It's really one of the best ways for you to build community with folks who maybe you wouldn't be in the room with typically, simply for the fact that there are all different majors, all different interests, right, and all different ages even. We have first years in there, but sometimes we do have seniors who are on their way out. They're like, oh my goodness, I didn't know about this opportunity, and they take on the opportunity to do the Emerging Leader Series. So it really is a great way to build community. Some additional topics about the Emerging Leader Series is we offer a mentorship program either with an alum or with a peer. And this is our mentorship program that allows students opportunity to connect with someone their first year. And it's really your choice and the alum if you'd like to continue that mentorship relationship throughout your years, right? And so it's so important and crucial to everyone's success, right, to be able to have a resource. So this mentor program is there for you to be able to ask questions and really process your first year experience at Cal Poly and really ask them the tips and tricks of what they went through, right? 9 times out of 10, folks will connect with people who have graduated with the major that they're starting with, right? And so imagine being able to use that person as a networking opportunity in the future, find out what internships they did during their time at Cal Poly, right? And how they found those, which professors to take. These are the questions that you're able to ask these alumni mentors, as well as these peer mentors. We also do value exploration, public speaking experience, and that's really in our presentation of our capstone project at the end, where we go over your personal leadership philosophy. So the next leadership certificate series we have is a social change leadership. This one is 8 weeks long, just like ELS. Again, we meet once a week, and this will be focused on the social change model of leadership. It's leadership and identity, and it's strongly action-based. So this is where we take leadership and we add social cause and we really apply it to our goals. So we recommend folks who are second years and beyond at Cal Poly to participate in this program, especially if they have leadership experience underneath their belt. This is for folks who know the movement that they're trying to create and really need the tools, right, to figure out how to start. This is what the social change leadership model is really geared towards. Next, we have our Global Leadership Series. This is 4 weeks long, again, meeting once a week, and we're exploring leadership through cultures and contexts. We go over cultural norms, motivations, and navigating global issues, and also come up with leadership plans. This is really geared towards folks who have a ton of leadership experience underneath their belt and are really interested in what that means globally, what that means abroad, and are willing to have these in-depth conversations. We do, of course, talk about identity, but for folks who are taking Global Leadership Series, you know, they're really jumping straight in, and so there's not really a lot of coddling, right? And so this is really recommended for folks who are third years and above, or who have had extensive leadership experience, whether that be at Cal Poly or outside of Cal Poly. So all 3 of our leadership certificate series are cohort-based. They provide personal and professional development with opportunities of growth and reflection. We do resume building and career preparation. We do have folks connect with career services because it's so important to know the resources we have on campus. And of course, we encourage everyone to get outside of their comfort zone. My biggest philosophy is that is where you grow, is not where we're comfortable, but where we are uncomfortable and have to figure out how to navigate those challenges. So how do we sign up for these leadership certificate series? You can use our QR code on the bottom to get to our website directly. You can follow us on Instagram at Learn by Leading. That's another place where you can find us. And we do post information about our leadership certificate series or any other opportunities we have in the center, including our Student Leadership Institute conference. You would register at our website for the certificate series at leadership.calpoly.edu. And you'll see like buttons that say Emerging Leader Series, Social Change Leadership, Global Leadership. Really, you just click on those, and then there's a button that says register. First, find out your class schedule and then register, right? Because we will have on there the times that we have available that our peer leaders are able to facilitate for those certificate series. So again, back to us liking to be interactive and the fact that even our certificate series, right, it's very seldom that we lecture at folks, right? But everything is a conversation. And so again, sorry, that's my cat again. This question, I would love for y'all to participate in this activity, and is, what does it mean to be a leader to you? And what comes to mind when you hear the word leadership? Again, feel free to drop your answers in the chat, and then I'll open it up for questions. Setting an example for people, absolutely. What else? Sorry. Bringing everyone together, absolutely. What else? I have a very vocal cat. I hope y'all don't mind. Not being afraid to try something new and bringing new ideas. Absolutely, right? So it sounds like, thank you so much for participating. It sounds like we have some setting examples for folks, right? Bringing everyone together. So being that person that steps out of their comfort zone to bring folks together and not being afraid to try something new, right? So it's okay to be anxious sometimes. It's okay to even be a little afraid, but it's that action behind it that really shows the difference between being a leader, right? And being someone who just allows things to pass by. So absolutely. Thank you so much for participating. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next slide. Oh, there it goes. Thank you. So before you go, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording for now, just because I don't think that they need the questions. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording.